Boy, these are taking forever to start once I click go. Anyway, here we are. Successful indie author 5-minute focus episode 1122. Knowing your shit versus knowing your shit. Are you really? Are you really a steaming pile? Is it you? Is it you who is a horrible human being? Well, understand me. Or are you just learning? And that way you can know your shit. Because if you know your stuff, well, then guess what? It makes it a lot easier going forward. But how can you know it if you don't learn it? So that's where you start. It's where everybody starts. It's the best book you can write, right? Better than no book, because that's the alternative. Well, I could write a book, then write it. Yeah, I hear a lot of people say that. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort. It takes focus. It takes time sitting here getting judged by Stanley for not writing, for sitting here talking to my computer instead of writing. And you have to ask yourself the question, do you suck or does your book suck? It's okay if your book sucks because you can fix it. But what if it's you? What if you are shit? Well, that's going to be hard to fix, but I suspect you're not. Because if you're writing books, you're probably not. Because are you a purveyor of the arts, a patron of the arts, appreciator of the arts? Art has to come from somewhere, and that's us. We're the artisans of the 21st century. We are creating with our words. You have to practice through the pain. So you write that first book. Yeah, okay. Well, we've all written that first book. Anybody who's written a book has written at least one. And it wasn't as good as you thought it could be, as you wanted it to be, as you thought you were, but it's a new skill. Storytelling is an old skill, but getting it down in writing in a coherent way is a new skill. And to learn that skill, guess what? You've got to practice. That means writing. So how can you learn if you expect to know it all from the start? Hint, you can't. To know it all, you got to start. And the more you learn, the more you realize you don't know. So you got to learn just enough to get that book published and get it out there, start getting it into the right reader's hands, and then do it again and again and again, and then find the genre where, hey, this is my genre. These are the stories I am loving to tell. I thought it was this other one, but it's not. It's this one. Okay. But now you're experienced. You published a book. So how can you get there? Well, not if you're a piece of steaming pile of excrement. Only if you start to learn your stuff. And that means study. That means practice. And how can you do that if you don't write that book and then do it again? Because repetition. Look at the professional athletes out there. Look at anybody who does anything. Professional musicians. Repetition. They keep doing it until they can't get it wrong. They don't just practice till they get it right. They practice till they can't get it wrong. And that is the difference between a pro and other people. You as an author, keep writing, keep practicing, keep learning. As long as you're learning, you are one of those people who do know what they're doing. Experienced, even if you know that you don't know it all, you don't have to. You only have to know what you need to know to get that book published and get it in the right reader's hands. You don't have to know it all. There's a lot out there. There's a lot of different ways to put that book into readers' hands, and you can't do them all. That takes time, effort, and a team, which you can't build a team until you actually have the money. So now you need to publish books that sell, and you see the process. It's not overwhelming. A lot of us have done it, and it's okay. But you've got to start somewhere and keep going. And that's the difference between knowing your shit and knowing your shit. Peace, fellow humans.